us. And then I invite our wonderful students. So today, throughout the day, we have different speakers for different classes. And your first speaker, Summer, is going to be teaching you about the nervous system and about how nerves work so that you can move and play. So, with that being said, I hope you have a great time and listen up carefully because this is really important because you'll get to learn how you can move and play and run around. And with that being said, I hope you all have a fantastic Christmas vacation and get lots of chances to run around. Thank you. Oh, and let's get one group picture before we forget. Would everybody like to show us your beautiful faces? And then I'm going to get a nice group picture.
You guys come on screen.
There we go. And Tris.
There you go, Azalea.
And Ella. And
Ella, Tristan, Kyla, don't be shy.
Kyla, don't be shy. I'm the one that's shy.
There's Tristan.
And Kyla.
There you are, Isaiah.
I see you. There we go.
Kyla.
Okay. Big smiles, everyone. Big wave. Let's see. Azalea, if you can stand up a little higher, then we can see you.
See, Azalea, show your face.
There we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, got it. Thank you. Let's get started. Summer, you can get started. Thank you so much.
So my name's Summer. I'm a physical therapy student at USF. And like I said, or like Miss Kent said, I'll be talking to you guys about the nervous system today. So I made a little PowerPoint, and then we're going to play a fun game at the end. And I know the ones you at home can't really play, but if you want to answer some questions along the way, that might make it a little more interesting. So the nervous system. Okay. So our nervous system is broken into two parts. We have the central nervous system, which has the brain, and everyone knows the brain's up in your head. And then we also have the spinal cord, which runs all the way down your back to about your lower back, and it's protected by your spinal column, which is just a bunch of bones back there. And then we also have our peripheral nervous system, which is every single other nerve except the brain and spinal cord. And you can see it goes all the way throughout your entire body. And your peripheral nervous system has nerves that do sensory so that we can feel and touch everything around us. And then it also has motor so that we can move all around. And in the motor parts, there's some that we can control. So, you know, when you guys go to flex your big muscles in your arms, we control that. And that's our somatic part of our nervous system. But then there's also muscles that we can't control on our own, like our heart. No one can control how fast or slow their heart beats. And that's a part of the autonomic nervous system. So how do these two nervous systems work together? Well, they're constantly sending messages back and forth to each other. The same way we all send messages to each other all day long. And it goes both ways. So our body is constantly sending information up to our brain, and then our brain is constantly sending information back down to our body. So they work hand in hand. And okay, so does anyone have, or can anyone name an occasion when our body part sends a signal up to our brain? Anyone have any guesses?
What's the question again?
Can you name an occasion or any time that our bodies, like our fingers or our feet, would need to send a message up to our brain?
Probably when you get hurt.
Yeah, that's one of them. Okay, and what about the other way? When would our brain send a message down to our body?
When we stub our toe.
Yeah, that works too. Yeah, so our body's always working together. So the few examples I have on the screen are eating pizza. So like I said, our nervous system goes to our entire body, all the way to our tippy toes and into all of our organs. So say you guys are having a big class pizza party and you eat 8 slices of pizza and you're just so full. So your stomach stretches and gets really big and then sends a signal up to your brain saying, I am maxed out, I can't eat anymore. And then you're not hungry anymore. You guys all like pizza? All right. And then, like you said, stub your toe. So say you're walking along and you step on a Lego, which is, Legos are very painful to step on. It sends a signal up to your brain that it
It's cold
hurts.
outside.
And then,
Please stay muted.
and then your brain sends a signal back down to move your foot away from the painful object. And then same thing, you know, you're running around. When you're running around at gym time, playing games, you start sweating, your heart beats a little faster, and you start breathing a little more because all the signals got sent to your brain, and your brain told your heart to pump faster so that all your muscles in your body can get more blood and more oxygen. So, but how are all these messages being passed around? So this is a nerve cell, and this is only one nerve cell, but there's over 100 billion of these things in our body. So each of the little purple things are called myelin sheaths, which the name's not really important. And then the yellow thing that runs all in the middle of it is your axon. And the bigger and wider the axon is, and the more of that purple myelin sheath, the faster the messages go. And then if they're smaller, the messages go slower. So does anybody have a guess what they think is the fastest signal sent in your body between motor, sensation, and pain? Does anyone have a guess which one they think gets sent the fastest? Lewis?
Pain.
All right, anybody else have a guess? No, okay. Well, I definitely used to think pain would be the fastest because it seems like we react so fast. But actually, pain is the slowest signal because it has a smaller axon diameter and it has less myelin on it, which is very surprising because you feel pain so fast, right? But motor is actually the fastest, and then it goes sensory, and then it goes pain. And so the way that these messages are sent is in between all these little purple spots, you see the yellow axon there. The opening is called a node of Ranvier. And the way the messages get sent is it jumps from each node to the next, almost like leapfrog. It's like leapfrogging over the myelin sheaths. And it goes really fast. Very, very fast. And so if you think about it, each little node that it's passing is almost like you're going through a gate. So it's like when if anyone's ever been to Disney, you have to scan your little wristband to get onto the ride. So if one person scans their wristband once and then they go up to the ride, but say another person has to scan their wristband once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times to get up to the ride, to get onto the Toy Story Slinky ride. Who do you think is going to get to the ride first? The person who scanned their wristband once or the person who had to scan their wristband 5 times? The one who did it once. Yeah, of course, that's way faster. So it's kind of the same thing with the nerves. The more jumps they have to make, the longer it's going to take. So the reason that's important is because when your nerves get injured, that's what happens. They get more of the nodes. So say you cut your arm really deep, or you crush it, or just a lot of things can hurt your nerves in your body and they get injured. So the first thing that happens is it's going to get cleaned up. All the dead cells are going to get cleaned away so that it can grow. And then it starts growing back. Like you can see in the two middle pictures over here, stuff starts to kind of grow back, but it grows back super, super slow, only 1 inch a month. So I have another question. So if I cut my arm right here at my elbow and say I damage my nerve, and it's 15 inches all the way down to the tip of my finger, how long will it take for that nerve to regrow all the way down to my finger if it only grows 1 inch a month?
Like, I would say, you said 15,
Yep, so if my
it
arm's
would be
15 inches.
15 months.
Yeah,
which
so
is
that's a really
year
long
and
time, right?
3 months.
15 months.
Yep.
So imagine if you cut your leg, or you damaged a nerve at the very top of your leg, and it's like 25, 26 inches. That could take up to 2 years to get it to regrow. So it's a very, very slow process, but it definitely can happen. And then when it does grow back, as you can see in the bottom picture over here, part D, the little myelin sheaths are going to be smaller. And then now there's more of them. So there's more nodes to cross over. So that means more times we got to scan our wristband to get the message to the brain. So with that being said, this is what our game is going to be about. Our game is going to be about passing messages to the brain. I can't see the classroom. Is there like a view of the classroom, or?
Miss Alvarado, can you guys turn your video on so that she can see you guys so they can play the game? Oh, thank you.
Yes, sorry, we're having like issues.
Oh, no problem. I just wanted to hopefully I can explain it good. But
Is that a good view, Miss Summer?
yeah, I think that's fine. Okay. So for our game, we're going to split into 2 teams representing 2 nerve pathways. And then we need 2 brains on each team. So if you can split the class into even groups, and then we're going to be standing up and passing a ball from the end up to our brain, which the ball is the signal. So I guess just break them up into even teams, and then 2 people have to be a brain, and then we need the ball.
Okay, it looks like she's just getting them set up.
Okay.
She'll let us know when she's ready.
Yeah, it might take a little bit.
This sounds super fun. And e-learners, I know you guys are at home, but you can be thinking about how you would play this maybe by yourself. If you have to stand up, maybe you can join in on some of it.
I'll be asking a few more questions, so maybe that might be better. It won't be as fun as in person. I know this stinks, right, guys? But so have any of you guys been to Disney?
Yes.
Yeah, what's your favorite park?
Like Animal Kingdom.
Me too. When I was in middle school, I got to go with my class to Animal Kingdom twice. and it was really fun. I like the Mount Everest roller coaster.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's scary. It goes backwards.
Okay, I split them into 2 groups. Now what?
Okay, and then each group needs 1 brain at the end.
At the end, so we're
Yeah.
making a line.
You have 2 lines, and then however close they're allowed to be, then that's fine. And then what we're gonna do is the ball is gonna start at one end, and then we're gonna pass the ball up to the front and see who gets the ball to the front the fastest.
Okay.
So have any of you guys learned about the nervous system at all until now?
I think I don't remember really.
Yeah, I think
I
I
think
learned
I
it
have.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember when I first learned about it, but it couldn't have, I probably was a lot older than you guys. But there's a lot more to it than this, but this is very important, how the messages get sent and how your brain and the whole rest of your body works. And I can't believe there's over 100 billion nerves. That's a giant number.
Giant number.
All right, 5th graders, are we ready? They might already be doing it.
Oh, I was gonna say like go and
Hey, who's that in front of Miss A's class? Georgia May. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Miss Silmer.
Never mind, I lied.
No.
Okay, quickly get into 2 groups. That's all you need to do. She just needed you in 2 lines.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, it's taking a
No,
minute.
it's okay. It'd be so much easier if we could just do it,
I
do this
know.
all together, but it's fine. It's supposed to be fun anyways. It's not like,
Oh, it's super fun. I love that you came up with this idea because getting them up out of their seat is so important. So thank you for thinking outside the box.
yeah, I would like to do this even now, so I figured they would.
Yeah.
And I'm competitive, so I like to make things a game.
They're competitive too. It looks like they're ready. So we'll see.
All right, we are ready now.
We're not ready.
Okay, so we have our 2 brains.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we're gonna, our ball / our nerve signal is gonna start down at the end of the nerve. When I say go, you guys are gonna pass the ball as fast as you can up to your brain. And then when your brain gets the ball, they need to jump and do a circle. And then the first team to jump and do the circle, they won that round. So for our first round, let's say you're walking through the grass and you step on a piece of glass and it hurts really bad. So we need to get that signal up to our brain. So when I say go, we're gonna start passing the balls, okay? Thumbs up, you guys ready? All right. Oh no?
What's up, Igaldo?
We're not ready yet.
What's the problem?
Mute it. She's yelling at somebody.
Do I need to come up there?
No,
Are you sure? Because it seems like I may need to come up there.
no, you don't.
I'm just making sure.
Okay, just want to make sure. So the last person in the line is passing the ball to the brain. When it gets to the brain, what's happening?
They just need to like jump and do a circle to signal that
Everybody
they
or
got
just
it.
the brain?
Just the brain, just the brain.
All right.
And then whichever team jumps and does the circle first wins that round.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Ready? Okay. So we walk through the grass, we step on a piece of glass and it cuts our foot. So let's send the signal to the front. Ready, set, go. I can't tell who won.
They'll tell us. Oh, I see some cheering.
I know, I see it too. All right, guys.
They won.
They won. Okay. So we're going to send the signal back down to our foot. So our brain is going to tell our muscles in our feet to get our foot off of that painful signal. So now the ball is going to go from the brain down to the last person.
Down to the back.
Yep. We gotta move our foot away from the painful signal.
All right.
All right, ready, set, go. All righty, so now let's say our nerve got damaged but it's been like 5 months and it's grown back. So do you guys remember what happens when the nerve regenerates and grows back?
I think it goes back to normal.
Almost, but remember it's going to have more nodes to pass over and it's going to be slower. So what we're going to do to show that is one of your teams send 3 people to the other team. So now one line is going to have 3 more people than the other line. So for my e-learners, remember in my last slide, so when it grows back, we have more nodes to jump over and it's going to be smaller. So for this round, one of our nerves got hurt and it regrew, but now they have 3 more people. So which line do you guys think is going to win? The one with 3 more people or the one with 3 less people?
3 less people.
Yeah, of course, because it doesn't have as many people to travel over. All right, so are you guys ready? Are your lines ready?
Yes.
All right, so let's say we're at Adventure Island and we're walking over a bridge and it's super, super hot because it's the middle of summer. So we're going to send that heat signal up to our brain. Ready?
Yes.
All right, ready, set, go. Did the team with 3 less people win?
Yes.
Of course they won. Because if our nerve gets damaged and grows back, it's going to be slower. It will work, but it's going to be slower. All right, so we can even the teams back up. So put the 3 people back to their original spot. But now, one of our teams was wearing a helmet when they were riding their bicycle, and one of our teams was not wearing a helmet, and he fell and bumped his head and hurt his brain. So if our brain can't work, what do you guys think is going to happen when our signals get sent up there?
It's not gonna
Nothing.
function right.
Yeah, it's not going to work. So whenever we send our signal this time, one of our brains, so I guess you guys get to pick which team was wearing the helmet and which team wasn't, because whichever team, okay. So your brain, whenever you get your signal, you won't be able to jump and spin around, okay? So let's start the signal down at the end of the nerve. And when I say go, we'll send it up to the brain. But one brain won't be able to jump and spin around to say that they won. All right? Ready? Ready, set, go. All right, guys. So if your brain is damaged, do you think it couldn't receive the signal? So do you guys think it will be able to send a signal back down?
I don't think they could hear you.
Okay, well, what about you? What do you think?
No.
Yeah, no. So it could be getting all the sensory information it wants, but if it's not working, it's not going to be able to send any information back out to help us move or do anything like that. So for our last round, we were going to do, well, you guys get the picture. You can't send, the brain won't be able to send the ball back down. So when I said ready, set, go, the one team who didn't wear a helmet and their brain is damaged, they can't send the signal back down. So they won't be able to win the race, right? Right.
I still think they can't hear you, but yeah,
All right. Is it Lewis or Louie?
Lewis.
Lewis. Thank you, Lewis. Okay. So that was the end of the game. So hopefully, did one team win the majority?
Tie.
Hello. Did one team win the majority of the races?
It was a tie.
A tie. Oh, a tie. I thought you said hi. Okay. Well, good job, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. That's the end of the game and also the presentation, and it's 10:45. But if anyone has any questions about the nervous system, even if it was something we didn't talk about, I could try to answer it. Or any questions about me, anything you want.
Anyone have any
Nope.
questions for Miss Summer?
Okay, that's fine. But
Thank
I hope you guys know
Summer.
a little bit more about the nervous system and how messages work in our body. So,
Awesome. Thank you, Miss Summer. That was such a fun activity and super engaging. I appreciate that. The kids look like they had a blast up there. So thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank you, Summer. I also want to agree. I think it was great. And I really liked how you brought in the part about the helmet because I was hoping you would say that. So,
There you go.
kids, when you have vacation and in 2 weeks, when you're on your Christmas vacation, if you're riding a scooter or your bike, what are you going to put in your head?
A helmet.
Great.
I just saw in the chat that someone said that that's a bigger number than people on Earth. Our bodies are crazy. Our bodies and the way they work is absolutely mind-blowing. It's crazy. And
Isn't there like
also,
7 billion people on Earth?
you know what? I don't know how many people are on Earth. I'd have to Google it. But it's a lot. But our bodies are absolutely incredible. It's the best machine in the world. And why would glass be in grass? People throw bottles on the ground all the time. I've stepped on glass. I know many people. So don't litter and don't throw bottles on the ground, and then people won't step on glass.
Great real world examples too, Miss Summer. I love it.
Well, thanks for the question, whoever put that in the chat. So
Great questions. All right. Thank you, boys and girls. What do we say to Miss Summer and Miss Kent?
Thank
Let's all
you.
clap for Miss Summer.
Yes.
Thank you guys for
you.
participating. I appreciate it.
That was absolutely wonderful. And I will be sending the pictures and a thank you note to Miss Quintine and to Summer in a couple of days. So, and then Miss Quintine can share them with the teachers. Does that sound
Awesome.
good, kids?
Thank you, guys.
Great.
Bye.
Thank
Thanks,
you
Miss
so
Summer.
much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.